You type 00123, enter, and Excel just eats the zeros. Now it reads 123, every code in the column is wrong, and every lookup that needs 00123 fails silently. Good news, it is one of 6 fixes, but which fix is right comes down to one question we will answer in a moment. And fix number 6, it is the one everyone reaches for, and it quietly breaks your formulas later. Here is the one question. Do you ever do maths on these codes, or are they just labels? Hold that thought, because it decides everything. 6 causes, ranked, fixed in order. 1. Format the cells as text before you type. 2. Keep them as real numbers with the custom format 00000. 3. A CSV that strips your zeros the instant you open it. 4. The quick apostrophe trick and the trap inside it. 5. Rebuild lost zeros with the text function. And 6 is locked, because 6 is the one nobody checks. Start with number 1. Fix 1 is the simplest. Format the cells as text before you type a single digit. In Excel, select column B Home tab, open the number format dropdown, choose text, or press Ctrl 1 for format cells and pick text. In Google Sheets it is format number plain text. Now type 00123 and the zeros stay. But here is the catch. This only works if you format first. If 123 is already in the cell and you apply text now, nothing happens. The zeros are gone, and text cannot bring them back. You must clear the cell and re-enter it. So text before you type, every time. But here is the thing. What if these codes are really numbers, ones you sort, add up, or look up by value? Make them text and you lose all of that. There is a smarter fix. Keep them as real numbers and just pad the display. Select the code column. In Excel, press Ctrl 1 number, choose custom, and type 500000. Hit OK. 123 snaps back to 00123. But here is the magic. Click the cell. In the formula bar, the value is still 123. A real number. The zeros are only paint, so SUM still works. Sorting puts them in true numeric order, and a lookup for the number still matches. You get the zeros and the maths. In Google Sheets it is format, number, custom number format, the same 5 zeros. Here is the one that catches everyone. You have not even touched the sheet. You double-click a CSV of these codes, Excel opens it, and the zeros are already gone. The moment Excel read that file, it decided the code column was numbers and threw the zeros away. Formatting it as text afterwards will not help. So you do not fix a CSV after opening, you import it properly. Do not double-click. In Excel, go to Data, then from Text/CSV, pick the file and you get a preview. Click the code column header and set its data type to text. Watch 123 turns back into 00123 before it even lands. Load and the zeros are safe. In Google Sheets, File, Import, upload your CSV, and turn off Convert Text to Numbers. Tell the spreadsheet the code column is text before it reads the file, never after. That is 3 of 6, halfway there. Quick one for me. How many of these zero eaters have already bitten you? Drop the number in the comments. The first 3 were about doing it properly from the start. Now we shift gears into the quick one you will actually reach for in a hurry. Cause for the fastest fix. No menus. Click the cell, type an apostrophe, then your code. Apostrophe 00123. Enter and the zeros stay. The apostrophe is a signal. It tells the spreadsheet, treat everything after me as plain text. Now watch the top left corner. See that little green triangle? That is Excel flagging a number stored as text. Here, that is exactly what we want, so ignore it. The same trick works in Google Sheets too. The apostrophe forces text there as well. So fastest fix done? Not quite. Because the apostrophe forces text, this code is now text, not a number. For a pure identifier you never calculate with, perfect. But this fix has a sting, and we settle it at number 6. Already lost them? No problem. The codes read 12345 and you cannot retype them by hand. There is a formula for that. In a spare column, type equals text, open bracket, click B2, comma, then in quotes 00000, close bracket. Enter and 123 becomes 00123. Padded to 5 digits. Drag it down and every code is rebuilt in seconds. A shorter version equals right, open bracket, 5 zeros in quotes, ampersand B2, 5. Same result. In Google Sheets the text function is identical. Then copy the column, paste special, values only, and drop it back over the originals. But the text function gives you text, the identifier side again. The zeros look perfect, yet there is a catch waiting at number 6. Here is number 6, the one nobody checks. Look back at fix 4, the apostrophe, and fix 1, plain text. Both kept your zeros perfectly, but both turn the code into text. And text quietly breaks two things. First, the maths. Sum a column of text codes and Excel just ignores them. Your total comes back as 0, no error, no warning. Second, your lookups. A lookup that searches for the number 123 will not match the text 00123. To Excel, 1 is a number and 1 is a word. So the VLOOKUP returns an NA. The tell is number. Point it at the cell and it says false. So here is the rule. Screenshot this. Do you ever do maths on this code or feed it to a numeric lookup? If yes, do not use text. Use CORS2, the custom format 00000, so it stays a real number and just looks padded. If it is a pure identifier you never compute, text is fine. But what if a whole column of zeros is already gone? That is the bonus. Quick bonus, because this usually hits a whole column, not one cell. Do not retype it. Drop the text formula from fix 5 into a helper column, fill it down, then paste it back over column B as values only, fixed in seconds. And if you will ever do maths on these, use the custom format from fix 2 instead. One more trap nobody warns you about. Bone numbers and IDs are the same problem. A mobile with a leading 0 gets eaten the moment the cell is a number. And a plus and a country code. Excel reads the plus as the start of a formula. The fix for both is the same. Treat them as text every time. Screenshot this. One question decides everything. Do you ever do maths, sums, or numeric lookups on this code? If no, it is a pure identifier, so format the cells as text before you type, or pop an apostrophe in front. If yes, the value must stay a real number, so use the custom format 00000 instead. And 2 reminders. Format before you type, because text applied afterwards will not bring lost zeros back. And never double, click a CSV, import it, and set the column to text. That is leading zeros sorted in Excel and Sheets. If this saved your data, a like genuinely helps. Next up, you type a date, and Excel turns it into a random 5-digit number. We will fix that one next. See you there.